surface modeling is by far the most powerful modeling technique in plasticity, and in this tutorial you will learn how to create this absolutely amazing power drill design. And if you're enjoying to work with surfaces as much as I am, always feel free to check out first link in the description. I have the best surface modeling courses which transformed over hundreds of students' skills. First link in the description, and let's check out our tutorial. Alright, so let's directly jump into that. First of all, get the reference images, link in the description, and yeah, just go down and right click save this one. That is perfect for our case. And go to plasticity, go to front view, import append, and select that image and maybe scale that a little bit. And as always, just bring it back, press M, bring it to the front, opacity, check it, bring it a little bit down, press OK, and select that image, and here disable selection in viewport. And voila, let's start by deleting the cube. And as always, to model something, from a reference, you have to check out of what that whole thing consists. So first of all, we have here this cylinder shape with this closed cap, which is spherical. And also we have here a nice cylinder and then those pieces here. And yeah, then you see also that it has this very nice surface detail which goes like outwards, right? So this will be very interesting. Then yeah, we have some really cool details. And then as every power drill, we have a grip, which is really cool, connected to this top piece. And also at the bottom, so here we have again, we will create some cylinders with some rounding. And at the end, we have a really cool battery pack here, which is very interesting. It has like this adjustment knob, and we have some really cool surfaces here that we will create. So yeah, and also here the connection again. So really amazing and fun project, guys. Super excited to show it to you. And let's directly jump in by creating a spline curve, and we just follow. And guys, so we have a ton of details here, and yeah, this shape is like very organic, so it will need a lot of adjustments. So I will not go here in this tutorial into absolute super detail, obviously, but yeah, if you want the absolute super details and like much more complex shapes, then check out my new industrial product design course. It's beyond amazing. But yeah, let's go here and don't close this hole. We will close it with the patch. That will look a little bit cleaner. And here what I'm just doing, I'm just adjusting here the shape, and yeah, you can maybe use even a few more points, but for the tutorial's sake, this is fine. So we have this line here. And we need another spline, which, okay, it's a little bit dark. I'm not seeing it perfectly, but yeah. Also, we want here a nice rounding at the bottom. Yeah, we don't care about any cuts, any details, everything of that kind of stuff we will do later. And give it a nice rounding. We will need it. And yes, so we have something like that. So maybe you're asking why we are doing that. That looks very weird. Yeah, this is a very cool technique, which I can pretty much model every power drill, and I'm using always some variation of this kind of technique. Because now we can here just create the circle, but take this 2-point circle and snap it from end to end. And yeah, before you snap it, again, go to a first point, and here press V before you snap it. Because now you see what we are basically doing is we will create here also a circle, and then just loft that with tangency, and we will have this very, very rough basic shape. And from here we will make all of the details, and yeah, that will be so much fun. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And here as well, we need a circle from point to point, because here at the end it's also spherical, but we are working in 2D kind of right now. So press V and snap it, so you have something like that. And now, as always, when we work with surfaces and we have symmetrical objects, we want to work with halves. It just makes our life much easier. And just create here a line. We can basically reuse it. So let's just bring it maybe somewhere here out of our viewpoint, and select this curve and Shift C, and I will use a shortcut, Shift C. You don't have it, so for you you press F and you have to search for cut curve. You have to cut the curve. So right click and add to favorites and Shift C, guys. So I will do now in all of my next tutorials, so I will not always press F and search for the cut curves command and other shortcuts that you will see in this tutorial and in the future ones, because I figured out the best shortcuts for the most important commands that we will use over and over and over again for surface modeling. Put it on Shift C, and also if you want all the shortcuts of Plasticity and my special ones that I will always use. So if you like my tutorials and you watch them all the time, then just download in the link below my special PDF sheet with all the shortcuts and my personal one. So you can just follow along and you will see you will be like literally 20 times faster once you have them in your brain. Okay, so we select the circle, Shift C, and bam, ready. That's it. And we cut this curve without any searching and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, really amazing. And the same here, select circle, bam, Shift C, cut curve. Okay, you can delete that and we are ready to go. Otherwise, we would search for the commands till Christmas or something. I don't know. So yeah, now we have to give it also here some rounding, because otherwise you see it will look like that. So for that, Shift A for line, go to middle, right click, go to the top viewer, Shift S to subdivide it twice, and press G. And now we have to adjust them a little bit. So here we see, so if you look at the original, we have this rounding, but at the end it's very spherical, but we can't just create here a sphere and then boolean that together or something. That will not work out. So we have to kind of recreate a little bit the spherical shape here at the end, and just imagine later when we will close it here with the patch, you see, so we get the sphere. So yeah, like 1 million times more control than working with any booleans in this world. So yeah, basically, so you see something like that, and we also just need a little bit of a rounding. So yeah, I think, but yeah, okay, it's a tutorial. It's again, I'm going too perfect, or try to do it. So also select those two lines, extrude them inwards. And because we will need this tangents here, and take those two curves and Control G and bring it into group, which I will call BC. Also that I have a special system, like management system, how I manage all the curves and sheets. Also, you can download this below this video, everything in one file. It really will save you a lot of time. And now we can just here hide this whole group, voila, and bring them back. And yeah, you will see while in the process, like how powerful this management system is. So select this edge, curve, edge, press Loft, Shift and Shift those curves here as well. And again, bring them all of those curves into BC, building curves, because yeah, we don't have any history. So we will just save everything what we are doing. Perfect. So you see, we have something like that. And now we can start to add, first of all, so always when you are creating such complex shapes, always start with the most rough shape. So yeah, basically here our cylinder. And from the cylinder, you go down the line by adding other surfaces, other details. So now, before we add this detail here, we have to first create this surface here, right? Because once we have that, we can start to go into the details. And then at the very end, when we have a solid, we can create cuts. Yeah, and so yeah, basically always start from the biggest one and work your way down. All right, cool. So a spline curve, and just follow this shape, and with as few points as possible. I just like to work as clean as possible. And yeah, I always hate how this line always comes into the middle. So I don't know, maybe I don't know, but I would love to create the line in front of the object, because then you can see the line. So I don't know, maybe you have a tip. Maybe I missed something. And yeah, so let's align our line here. And look, we just have 5 points and we can create this beautiful line. That's why I love spline curves, because you don't need so many points and you just have a look. This curve here, it looks so aesthetically pleasing, and especially in such design, because yeah, this is like Elisa, a feminine version of a power drill. So yeah, it's just a concept, doesn't make really sense for a power drill, right? But yeah, you really have some really cool aesthetics here. So yeah, basically select this curve, press C, and cut our surface. So that looks fine. And now, so we have to cut here one more time, because here you see, here starts kind of the transition from this surface to this, because also, okay, where we can see it even better. So you see here, it follows the cylinder, but at this point, so we are guessing here, we will create this thing here. So again, we will just basically cut this surface in. So yeah, we have to guess it a little bit. Also, you see here, we see some shadows, so it starts somewhere here to go outwards. Yeah. And yeah, to, I don't know, to somewhere like here. And let's maybe adjust those points. And again, you see, like, it's in the middle. I really don't like this. But yeah, anyway. So, something like that, and create a line and just go here downwards and select both lines, press J, join them, and G, bring them here to the front. And also again, press C and cut our surface. So we can rebuild here our surface, and those lines we used for cuts. So select them, Control G, and this is C, cutting curves. And again, disable in viewport. And you see, we can always bring everything back. So best system there is. Select this sheet, and also we don't want to delete any sheets. Again, Control G, and bring this into sheets. And also disable that in the viewport, and perfect, we are ready to go. So now what we will need, we have to rebuild this whole shape, and also here from the front. So bring the cut curves back, and just for now, okay, maybe you can even Shift D and bring it here to the middle. So right click, this is fine, and extrude it, because we will need an edge, and delete this curve and disable those ones. So we need this curve here, right? Because it's the same point, and we have to rebuild it. And yeah, and guys, I can't explain. So you need already experience with some surface modelings. And I don't want to make a 4 hours tutorial here where I explain everything. So yeah, I will do it just a tiny bit faster. If you want everything in detail, for that I have my premium courses. So always check out first link in the description. There I really go into detail and explain everything. So, but yeah, this one is already for those who have some experience. So we will need this edge and this edge. So the short one, because here we have to connect them and bring them a little bit outward. So next shortcut, the most important I think there is for surface modeling, Shift B. Or if you search for bridge edge. So bridge edge, search for it, right click, bring it on Shift B, best shortcut, I tell you, Shift B. And we have something like that, tap, tap. create G2 and press for now OK. So now you see this will not really work out. So we have to go to points mode and just adjust those points a little bit. So only select this point, don't select the first one. We need the tangents here. So select this point and just recreate kind of here this shape. Also select this point and bring this one maybe a little bit down. And also you have to go to the left view and now bring them all outwards a little bit. So yeah, if you want it perfect, you obviously have to spend much more time with that. But yeah, so select that and yeah, so you see it has a smooth transition here back to our surface and it follows the form, but again, so here for now it's fine, but look, this looks absolutely beautiful. And now we will continue to create this curve here. So we will select this edge and again Shift B for bridge edge, but here we don't need tangency here. So here we create G0 and here we can create G1 and this is absolutely fine. Right click. And we don't need the surface here anymore, but now we need tangency here because we will loft it. So extrude it again, delete this curve. So now let's do some magic and select that edge and curve, loft, and you see, and now Shift, we will add this shape here and here back to the surface, everything is G1 and press OK and voila guys. So let's connect that. Isn't that just beautiful? Yes, it's not 100% perfect here, smooth, but yeah, for now it's super fine. And this is again a building curve. So bring this building curve into BC and delete that sheet here and let's join everything. And now, yeah, just in this example, create a line here and let's loft that. And it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, try to patch it. So select all of those curves and voila. Patch works beautifully. Delete this curve and we have our first really beautiful detail. So now let's go maybe to one of my favorites. I really love, I don't know, this kind of cuts. Like this one is very smooth. So it's like very feminine. I like it a little bit more sharper, but also just a very beautiful practice. So let's go by, again, creating first the shape and then cut out and rebuild everything. So it's like basically always the same what we're doing in surface modeling. And yeah, so yeah, maybe go to this point and again, create the spline curve, and the spline curve really goes crazy and it goes not in front of the object. So bring it here to the front. And again, just take those points here and adjust the curve. I don't know. I really love those spline curves, especially in this kind of shape, because look, we just have a few points. So basically, look, we have just one curve with a few points and we have an absolute astonishing, beautiful curve. So we don't have to do like any crazy here with a Shift F and like this kind of stuff. I don't know. So yeah, that's amazing. And let's connect it. Shift A, but I don't want to cross this line here. So maybe let's better connect it this way. Amazing. So join that curves and press C to cut into, so wait, C, cut into our surface. And this curve is a cut curve, so press, go into CC. And here now we have to do something really interesting. So out of this middle surface, we will just take one piece, so this end piece, and we will bring it inwards, rotate it a little bit, and then we will use this edge and this edge to create this. You will see it's just magic. Absolutely 100% perfect surface, and both will be G2. And yeah, we will bring it from, yeah, I don't know. I really love that. It's amazing. So again, so basically to create this detail, I don't know, there is like, so I personally know like 4 or 5 different techniques. It always depends on the form and on the situation, but here it will work perfectly. So again, create a crazy spline curve, and again, bring it to the front. I just like to see the curve, and press 1 and adjust those little nice points here. So yeah, this is fine for here for now. And again, connect it and join both curves and press C and cut into our surface. Put this curve into CC, put this sheet into sheets. Amazing. And now just take this little sheet here and with G bring this a little bit inward. So yeah, you can play around how far. And now press R in the top view and R again and rotate it a little bit inside. So we have those edges and they will meet perfectly with the surface here. So yeah, it's again, you will need a lot of adjustments, but for now here it's absolutely fine. And now the absolute magic part. We need again a spline curve because we need here to imprint some curves that you can bridge then. So go to this point and just snap to this endpoint, and with control click, try to get the same round, so the same curvature. It's, yeah, I don't know. I never saw anyone using this technique, but I also never saw anyone who got better results than what I'm showing you here, like literally. So yeah, guys, you will see it's amazing. So take this curve and you see it follows perfectly the shape. Do the same here at the bottom. So spline curve, go to this end corner point thing and go to this edge corner. And again, with control click, adjust the curve. But here you see it goes a little bit upwards. So you see, wow, I really like this already. So perfect, because now we can use those 2 curves. Let me bring them to the front so you will see exactly what I'm doing. And again, special shortcut, Shift 1 or F imprint. But guys, like I really advise you, suggest you, recommend you to follow this, because I've tried not thousand, but a lot of shortcuts. I found the best ones because you can reach them all with your left hand and work super crazy fast. So imprint, right click, add to favorites, bring it on Shift 1. Again, below the video, you'll find everything what you need in my special sheet, and Shift 1 and imprint those curves here on the surface and put those curves in Control G into IC, into imprint curves. Bam. And look, now again, you will use those edges, Shift B and press G1, because G2, it's going a little bit crazy, G1, and you see it's perfectly connected. And again, it could need some little adjustments, but that's fine. So Shift B and select those edges and go into G1. And guys, look, okay. So let's do the magic. So we will select this edge, loft it, Shift, tap, press OK, and voila, guys. And we see we have yeah, super tiny stretching here. So let's go back and loft that with G1. It should work here in this case too. Otherwise we have to adjust the curves, but here for now it's fine. So okay. And so with G1, join that. And guys, isn't that just beautiful? Like look, it's going inwards with the almost perfect transition. So I mean, it's not 100% perfect, but here for the tutorial and time's sake, it's 99% perfect. Amazing. So take those curves, BC, and yeah, guys, I don't know. It's very fun. So now we have to close everything. So here it could be a little bit weird. So let's start here with the easy part. Go to the front view, select this surface, Control R with isoparam, cut it here. And now let's select those curves, edges, press tab, G1 will be fine, G0 will be fine. And look, it's beautiful. And press 4, join all of the surfaces. And now let's try to close them with Alt click and patch, and beautiful. And the same here, Alt click, patch, bam. It's perfect. I really, really, really love this. And yeah, guys, so maybe one more thing. So don't think, oh yeah, I just saw that design and I bring it into plasticity and everything what I'm showing you right now, I instantly can do. No. Like this Panasonic, I've modeled already a month ago. So before I was creating this new product industrial design course, I was searching for, yeah, which concepts I will use. And I've created it back then like 2 times just to see the workflow and if it's worth it to put it into the premium course. So I did it 2 times. Then, yeah, I decided other designs, and now I thought, yeah, okay, I can just put it into the tutorial. And before now, so it's 1 p.m. and this time in the morning, also from start to finish, I've created that again just to refresh it 2 times. So I've created that Panasonic 4 times already, just to figure out the best and right techniques that are worth it to show it to you. So don't please think, or I find some designs and, or it looks so easy what Nikita does and he's so pro. I'm just practicing a lot. And this is also why I'm telling you that, is don't be frustrated when you work on your own designs. You need practice. You have to experiment a lot. Don't start with something complex like that if you're a beginner. Start with like very simple objects, you know, and work your way through, and just don't give up. Because if I can do that, and I'm not an industrial professional certificate qualified designer or something like that, you know, I just enjoy it. I just practice a lot. I just work hard. And yeah, but okay. So yeah, again, I went again a little bit here tangent, you know. Okay. So basically let's continue here, because we still have some interesting stuff to do. Okay. So let's close here our hole at the back. It looks a little bit weird. So Shift B and yeah, close that hole. And select that, extrude that a little bit outwards, and now you can loft that or patch that. So you have to see what results will be better. And yeah, that looks absolutely fine. Again, it's not perfect, but for yeah, that looks fine. It's not 100% perfect, but it will absolutely do our job here. So that means, before we go here to the grip, let's create some advanced fillets. And yeah, again, here this technique that I will show you, it's I don't know, it's just so much fun. So the problem is, I mean, it's not the problem. So first of all, select this whole thing here and again, Control D or search for delete redundant topology. I have it on Control D. We have to get rid of all of those lines. So Control D and just bam, you'll see everything is much smoother. So you see now, the thing is, we can't give it fillets. Sometimes, okay, it works, but you see we are destroying the shape, and it looks absolutely horrible. So, I mean, this is okay here. I mean, if you're a beginner, this is fine for you. But yeah, I don't know, I want the perfect way. And you see we are going into this other edge. So if we select this surface here, and give it a fillet. Okay, honestly, this is fine. So that would really work. But most of the time when you have such organic surfaces, it doesn't work. So it didn't work in the previous thing. So yeah, it works now, but I still want to show you it if it will not work. And it will most of the time not work. So we have to create some crazy manual fillets. We will do it with a pipe and loft it manually. So what we will do is create a line, Shift A, and go somewhere here. So we will pipe it here on the right side, on the left from the line. We will do it like very manual with bridge edges. So yeah, it's a little bit complex to explain. So Shift 1 or imprint this curve into our surface because we want to break those edges. So now we can take those edges here and Shift D to duplicate. Do the same here at this one in the inside. Shift D. Perfect. And now rebuild both of them. Go to rebuild points and like 100 or so. We need a lot. And again, rebuild this curve with like hundreds. Okay. And select this edge and give it a section size. Something like that. So it has to be something like what you want to be the fillets from size. So yeah, give it here a little bit. So something like that. That looks fine. Okay, for the tutorial, it's perfect. And that looks amazing. And now let's go back to our surface. Shift D, delete redundant topology to get off this extra edge. And now select the surface and shift click this new cylinder or pipe, right click and Q and delete it. And again, select that and that, press Q, delete it. And now we have some really weird stuff ongoing and you might think, what the hell is that, Nikita? And yeah, again, guys, it's magic happening. So now, okay, it's just a quick explanation. We have to take this edge and bridge it always to this point because here we have the continuity. So we also have to bridge it here. And the same here and here. So a little bit, just a quick one. Again, if you want it much deeper, always check out my premium courses. But select this curve, edge and this edge and Shift B. And I don't see them. So again, Shift B. Oh, it's because on the other side. So just change those sides here. That's perfect. And we need G0 here, but we need G1 here. So it's like perfectly transitioning into the point here at the end. So press OK, do the same here and with this edge. And again, G1 and G0. So we get this sharp thing here and we have something like that. And now just take this curve and Shift 1 imprint that and Shift 1 imprint that on that surface. Delete those curves and delete those extra surfaces we have and also delete them here. So Shift X and you see, so again, it needs more adjustment because it's not 100% super smooth, but it's fine. And let's do the same here. So again, here it has to be G1, here G0, and it will cross over a little bit with this hole, but this is fine. So again, Shift B, G0, G1, and this is fine. Again, Shift 1, imprint that into surface and select this curve, imprint into this surface and delete those extra surfaces and those edge. Perfect. So we get something like that. And here we have a big hole, but yeah, I think I did the fillets a little bit too big, so it will not be 100% perfect, but the technique is what is important. So again, let's do this here at the bottom. So G0 here and G1 here. And again, guys, if this is too much for you, check out my other tutorials because this is definitely not beginner friendly. So yeah, G0, G1. And again, Shift 1 to imprint on surface, Shift 1 imprint surface. Select those faces and delete them and do the same here. And the last one, so G1 and G0, Shift 1 imprint that and I forgot to imprint that and delete those extra surfaces, delete those curves and delete and do the same here. So G1, the other is G2, make it a bit smaller. And here again, so Shift B always, bridge and G1 and let's imprint that here. And this curve imprint onto this surface and now delete everything what is extra. So we have something like that and let's do some magic. So why we did this? Because if that will not work out with the fillets, you can basically just loft that with G1, and you see we basically have a fillet inside. And the same here, so we have to break this surface up here again. So we always have the same length of the edges and loft that, and you see it's absolutely beautiful. So now let's go press 4 and join first everything before we continue. And now let's do it here. So here we have to do it, so we can't loft it this way, right? And because we have this extra thing here. So what I will just do is I will create here again with Shift A line, and the same here where this triangle ends. And now use this curve with Shift 1 to imprint an extra edges here, and the same here. So use this Shift 1 imprint on the surface, and perfect, because now we can take those edges here and you see loft them and shift click it at here, and you see we get the perfect transition. And yeah, you will see here at the end, it's just really beautiful. So again, select those edges here, loft them, and right click and press 4, join everything. And now here, very simple, just alt click and patch it, press tab, and you get here a patch hole. So maybe it's fine for you, but I see here a very little, stretching ongoing. So let's try here to reduce the tolerance. And yeah, guys, look, this is beautiful. It's still not 100% perfect. I would still do some extra steps, but look, guys, look how beautiful transition. So yeah, I mean, maybe you're wondering, like, why the heck should I do that? Because it worked before. Yes, if it works with just standard fillets, do that. But like, especially when you go complex, then you have to do it like this way. So let's do the same here. Loft that and loft those edges as well. And amazing. Press 4, join everything. And you see it works out fine. So let's patch this. And again, G1, reduce a little bit here the tolerance. And look, guys, oh, it's just amazing. Look how beautiful those transitions are. And why I like to use pipes, because, okay, I've overdid it here a little bit, but look, you have always the same distance. So, because sometimes you try to fillet something, right? I'm sure you know this, and when you have some curves, and at one point it's like very thin, and then it goes like huge, crazy, juicy fillet, and then it goes again to small, tiny fillet, and this is not what we want. Amazing. So, okay, it's already taking 40 minutes here. And we are just still at the top part, but yeah, it's super important for me. I just don't want to rush everything so no one understands how to do that, because yeah, my mission is that you can do that on your own, and I just teach you the best techniques and workflows so you can implement them in your own designs, and yeah, just have fun, make more money, enjoy a hobby. I don't know, just learn to be disciplined while doing that or something. Okay, so let's do this, thing here at the top. So we can, guess a little bit. So first of all, I want to work from the top, but I want to know how long this thing is. So just create a line, go from this one point to, I don't know, somewhere here. Because now at the top view, we know how big this bottom should be. So we don't know it really, but we can guess it. And now we need a control point curve. So here, control point curve or Shift F, and go to this point, drag it out. So you have a tangent line and create some points here. Go to this point, press Shift and create again a tangency. And now it's like 1 million ways what form we can create. But again, I just want to show techniques. So this should work beautiful. So select that curve, press C and cut into your surface, but don't cut it, because then you will also cut it there. It's in this example better to imprint. So Shift 1, imprint this curve, and here hide occlusion, press OK. So you see it's just here at the top, and delete that curve in the middle. And what we want to do now is again go to the front view and hide this curve and just follow again this shape. Let's go to somewhere here. Again, we are just following the shape which we have. And now just select that curve and extrude that here inwards, because we need now basically the top. So we have to cut again a piece out. So Shift F, control point curve, drag it along the edge so it's tangent, and again create some extra points. Shift click at the edge, or you don't need shift click, and here, so this will be here tangent. And again, let's create a nice, button, cool, nice little thing here. So it's like not very important for me, the shape right now. And select that curve. This time you can cut into this body sheet. Select this sheet and delete it. And this curve, we cut it, so bring it into CC. Beautiful. So we have basically our button. The simple way would be just here to loft those. And that looks with G1 not even that bad. Or you can go with G0 and do your own adjustments. But let me just here for now G1. And that's fine. So it's not the button right now. It's kind of the surface. So you could then later, when you have a solid body, create here a cut inside and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I will just join everything. So we have that nice little beautiful surface. And look how quick we've created such a beautiful little detail. So we just have to only create the grip here with some really cool details, combine it with the battery and connect and everything. So again, I will show you some really magic things, what we can do with surface modeling in our tomorrow's tutorial. And if you really enjoy this kind of workflow and techniques, definitely check out first link in the description. I have a new course. This is the best course I've ever created, and there is on the internet. And look, we will create such crazy shapes with like millions of detail, and we will work really precisely. And you will get a ton of bonuses. You have 3 different versions that you can choose from. So check it out. Or just come back tomorrow where we will create the 2 other parts. So subscribe and like the video, and see you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.